acorn is an unremarkable thing. You could walk through an entire forest without noticing the hundreds scattered beneath your feet. You could hold one in the palm of your hand and never imagine what rests inside it. No towering branches, no sprawling roots, no shade beneath the summer sky, no home for the birds that may one day rest within its limbs, no quiet witness to the passing of centuries. And yet, hidden within something so small is the possibility of all of them. Every branch, every leaf, every ring that has yet to mark another passing year, every acorn it has yet to give back to the forest. All of it already there, not in form, but in possibility. There is something else worth noticing. An acorn does not become an oak simply because it carries the possibility within it. Left in the palm of your hand, it will remain an acorn. Left on a shelf, it will remain the same. The potential was always there. Nothing about it was lacking. And yet, the tree will never exist because possibility by itself has never been enough on its own. The forest asks something more. The earth, the rain, the passing of seasons. Years spent growing where no one was watching. Potential is often misunderstood. It is easy to admire what something could become, far more difficult to appreciate everything reality quietly asks in return. This is why we so often misunderstand greatness. We stand beneath the branches. We admire the height, the strength, the quiet confidence of something that has stood through countless seasons. It is very seldom that we stop to consider everything that came before it. The years spent beneath the soil, the roots pushing through stone, the storms that bent it without breaking it, the winters that looked from the outside like nothing was happening at all. None of those moments looked remarkable, yet every one of them mattered. There's a quiet difference between what something can become and what it eventually does. The acorn carries the outline of an oak, but the outline is not the tree. The branches have yet to stretch toward the sky. The roots have yet to break through the earth. The trunk has yet to weather its first winter. Everything the oak will one day become still waits to be brought into the world. Potential has never been the finished work, only the beginning of it. A river possesses the potential to carve a canyon, but only the river that continues to flow ever does. A block of marble holds the possibility of a sculpture, yet it remains only stone until the first strike of the chisel. The night sky has always been filled with stars. Only after darkness falls do they become visible. The world is filled with possibilities. Far fewer are ever brought into existence. There is something remarkable about everything that has ever changed the world. At one point, it existed only as a possibility. Every bridge was once an idea, every masterpiece, a blank canvas, every towering cathedral, an empty field. Every life that has ever inspired another began as potential no different from anything else. The difference was never possibility, but in manifestation. Until then, it remains unseen, untouched, unrealized. Potential has a deceptive way of making us feel as though something has already been accomplished. Simply knowing what could be can feel satisfying enough that what must still be done becomes easy to postpone. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next season. The possibility never disappears. It simply waits, quietly, unchanged. As long as possibility remains untouched, it cannot fail, it cannot disappoint, it cannot reveal its limits. It remains perfect. Only possibility asks nothing of us. Reality requires more. This is why so many possibilities remain exactly where they begin, not because they lack promise, but because remaining a possibility can feel safer than risking becoming something real. The quiet cost is not always easy to notice. The forest expands, the river continues, the world around moves forward, whether the acorn ever becomes an oak or not. Nothing appears to be missing. This is what makes unrealized potential so difficult to recognize. Its absence rarely leaves an empty space. It leaves an unseen one, a patch of earth that never knew the shade it might have offered, branches that never reached into the morning light, roots that never steadied the soil beneath them. A forest quietly changed by something that never came to be. Some possibilities belong to forests, others belong only to people. A story that has never been written, a hand that has never been extended, a kindness that has never been offered, a discovery that has never been made. Each begins the same way, invisible, not because it isn't real, but because it has not yet entered the world. Potential has always been precious. It does not promise what will happen, but it carries what still could. Every towering oak once stood no taller than the acorn beneath it. Every bridge first existed where no traveler could cross. Every work of art, every discovery, every act of courage, each began as something the world had not yet received. None arrived fully formed. Each crossed the same quiet distance, until what once could only be imagined could finally stand beneath the sun. The next time an acorn rests in the palm of your hand, it may look no different than it did before. Small, ordinary. Within it rests a forest the world has not yet seen. Its greatest value has never been in what it is, but in what it may one day become.